Hi, so I just woke up. Also, I'm sick. Um, I have COVID. Love that for me. Um, so I'm off this whole week while I just be sick and recover. Um, just staying inside my house. And I just wanted to come on here because I haven't opened these yet. These are all of the records that I got for Christmas from either family or friends. And um, I haven't gotten the chance to open them yet just because I got sick like right after Christmas. Um, so the first one that I got is Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. Um, I I love this album. I keep forgetting how much I love it, honestly, because one song will come on and I'll be like, I need to listen to this whole album in a row again. But now I have this record, so now I can listen to it in all in a row. Um, which I guess I could do if I wanted to normally, but I just prefer to do it in this way. It's just more fun. So I'm taking the plastic off. Ugh. Okay. So, regular cover, what it looks like. The back is very simple, just the name of the songs. Um, Whoa! The inside is just a very, very close up of her. I have a feeling these records are going to be black. Okay, so it looks like this. Very cool. And yep, the record is black. And it's very simple. It just says Happier Than Ever on it. It doesn't have any fancy. She really went very simple with this album. And then, or with like the whole packaging of this whole thing. And then this is the other one. Very cool. She and I have the same hair on this cover, except she has bangs. Honestly, I've been slowly making my hair blonder I've been consistently this color blonde for almost a year now, but for a long time I was slowly getting blonder and blonder, and I finally went fully blonde like this around the same time that she did, like right before she did. And I was like, okay, now I'm gonna get all the Billie Eilish comments, and I do get comments all the time, not on here, in real life. Um, People telling me I look like Billie Eilish. Now, first of all, this is like I washed my hair last night, and I have not brushed it or done anything with it since, so it looks weird right now. But um, I get comments all the time telling me that I look like Billie Eilish. And I'm like, I'm just blonde and blue eyed, like, and a woman, you know? Like, I don't see it. But I do get that a lot. Um, I also get comments about my hair. There's this one guy at this one place that I go to for work who every time he sees me, he tells me that my hair makes me look like an old lady, because actually when I first got it, like my roots redone recently, it was very silvery and almost purpley. Um, and he just had to keep telling me that I look like an old lady and that I should change my hair. So love that. But anyways, um, she really shook up her whole style with this album because, the last album was very dark, and she had black hair and she was wearing all white and she was like on a bed. And this one is just very classy, just very classic looking. Um yeah, beautiful picture. Okay, so and I'm not gonna play any right now because I always get copyright claimed whenever I play any of my records on camera, even though I literally own the copy of the music that I'm playing. So, yeah. So then from my friend, actually, I can't remember who got me which one, because my two best friends um, gave me these and like at the same time. So I can't remember, and it wasn't on Christmas, so I can't remember who gave me what. But one of my friends gave me Notes on a Conditional Form by the 1975, and I have to say, I love the way this is packaged. It's just in this plastic sleeve. And then the album itself is just in this, I believe it's like compostable or recyclable paper. And it's just plain. It's just Notes on a Conditional Form. The 1975, Music for Cars, that whole thing. Just like no album cover at all, because I can't even remember what the album cover for this album is, because they came out with so many photos that looked like album covers for this album. And then the back is just this picture of the band and all the songs. I believe when you open it up, it's just gonna be plain. Yeah. It's just got the credits. I do have to say, this album in particular, I'm very polarized on, because it's a very long album, and it does have some of my favorite songs by them on this album, but it also has some of my least favorite songs by them. I have a video about it on my channel somewhere, and I love the 1975, and they're just a band that no matter what, I want to have all their albums, even though this is my least favorite album by them. But because this has such interesting packaging too, and it's so unique, I wanted this album. I think it was on my list. I have like a list of specific albums I'm looking for, and I just sent that around to everybody around Christmas time. I was like, these are the ones I'm looking for. Also, don't mind, I've got like a takeout box on the floor. Okay. So I'm just gonna take this out. Okay, it's just that. And I bet the record is, whoa, the record is clear. It's like a bluish, purpley clear. That's cool. I expect it to be black just because that's more classic, and since this is going for kind of like a environmentally friendly, although I will say these big plastic discs, not super environmentally friendly, but I love to collect them. Okay, so this one is just that, and it is also clear. So yeah, I am actually excited to listen to this album in order, in like a non-skippable way, because when I listen to it on my phone, I'm gonna just skip songs I don't like, you know, but I'm actually curious to listen to this in its like intended order, because there are a lot of songs on here that I deem to sound all very similar, and that's what I don't like about this album, is that there's a lot of songs on there that seem like they should have been cut, or or like combined with other songs or something. I feel like they just had too many ideas and they just didn't want to throw out any of them. So I am actually curious to just listen to this in its entirety and give it another chance with those songs that I'm not crazy about. Like the song, where is it? When Frail State of Mind came out as a single, I loved it. But then when this came out and streaming, and yeah, I know, and I Think There's Something You Should Know, and Shiny Collarbone, and Having No Head, and What Should I Say, Bagsy Not in Net, all of those songs all seemed like they were just repeating what Frail State of Mind did, but in a way that was not as good. But I am excited to give them kind of a better chance and hear them in its intended form, because I haven't listened to this album in order since I listened to it the very first time. Because I know I listed a lot of songs there saying I didn't like them, but that is not even half of the album. This is such a long album. Because honestly, the 1975, like the title track on this album, I'm not crazy about either, because it's just the spoken word by Greta Thunberg, and I just wasn't crazy about that. People's a grower for me. I know people either love it or hate it. I'm not crazy about it, but I do admire what they were trying to do. So, Music for Cars, First State of Mind, Birthday Party, Then Because She Goes, Jesus Christ 2005, God Bless America, Roadkill, Me and You Together song. Me and You Together song is one of my favorite songs by them ever. It's one of their best songs. Nothing Revealed, Anything Denied, Tonight I Wish I Was Your Boy, If You're Too Shy Let Me Know, Playing on My Mind, Don't Worry, Guys. Those are all the songs on here that like I listen to frequently, which is more than half of the album. But there are songs on here that seem a little bit repetitive, but I am excited to listen to this all together, because it does strike me as being two albums in one, because there's two very distinct styles on this album, and I find it interesting that they mixed them all together. And honestly, maybe those songs that sound similar sound really good next to each other. So I need to give this album more of my attention. And yeah, I'm glad to own it, because I have a brief inquiry into online relationships. And so now all I need is their self-titled album and I Like It When You Sleep. And then I will have all of the 1975's music. I would love to find the extended version of the 1975 self-titled album, because there's like 40 songs on it, but I doubt that's possible. So yeah, so that's that album, and I saved the best for last because this is the album that I have been searching for years, like since I discovered this album. And every time I go into a record shop, I would go straight to the G section and search, and if it wasn't there, I would still, look around, but a little piece of me would die because I was looking for this album. And I found it once at a used bookstore a couple years ago, but at the time I didn't have the money to buy it, so I didn't. And every time I came back to that store, it was not there. It was just, it wasn't there, and I was so upset. But this is Art Angels by Grimes. Unpopular opinion, this is my favorite album by her. I have Miss Anthropocene and Visions. I honestly don't like any of her other albums. Any of her like really early stuff, I don't like it. Maybe I need to give it another try. It's just a little bit too experimental and like free flowing for me. Like there's not enough structure. And I feel like she hadn't really found out what she was capable of yet. She was still just kind of fucking around. But with Visions, she really did something there. And then this one is like my favorite Grimes era. This is probably the first album I listened to by her, and maybe that's why I like it so much. But this is the album for me. Like, this album cover is like one of my favorite album covers of all time. Like, I love it. And I'm gonna take the plastic off. I could not believe that they got it for me, and they found it at Barnes & Noble. Do you know how many times I've gone into Barnes & Noble searching for this album and not found it, and they just happened to find it when they were looking specifically for it? That is crazy. I figured they ordered it online or something, because that's the thing. I have this list of albums that I'm looking for, and I could just go and order them all online. But I prefer to find them organically in a record shop or at a bookshop. And that's the fun of it. It's like finding what I can collect rather than just what I can order online. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some that I will never find in a bookstore or in a record shop that I need to just order online if I really want them, and I'm sure I will do that at some point. But that's just the fun of this hobby, is actually finding them organically. So anyways, this is what the back looks like. And oh, I'm so excited to see what the inside looks like. More artwork. So cool. I would love if the record were to be colored, but I feel like it's just gonna be black. Okay, what is all this? Just some more art? I don't love to split up artwork from its album, but I may have to frame some of these. That one is so cool. This one reminds me of Visions. I don't know which one is my favorite. I think it might be this one. Although this one is very cool. I may have to frame one of these because I've been trying to collect a lot more art that I genuinely enjoy and that really just like reflect me and how I want my room to feel. So that when I move, sometime this year, I will create a space that feels like me. Because right now, I love my room and everything, but all I have is like, all the art on the walls is like stuff I've painted, which is cool, but, I think I'm just looking for something a little different when I move out, so, yeah, it's black. I think this album is going to be one of the records that I play the absolute most because there are 0 skips on it, which I don't really get records that I think have skips on them. That's kind of my criteria for which albums I like to collect, is only ones that I like every single song on. There are a few exceptions to that in my collection where there are songs that either I'm less familiar with or I don't mind listening through them if they come on. They're just not ones that I would actively seek out to listen to. Her Visions album is like that for me. I have it, but I'm not familiar with a ton of the songs on it. I think I genuinely really like and connect with maybe 5 songs on it, and the rest are just kind of cool vibey background music to me. But I just love that album cover so much that I needed to own it. But yeah, so that is all. Just gonna hold them up. And yeah, so those are the records I got for Christmas. I am actually looking to save a lot of money right now, so I don't think I'm gonna be buying anytime soon. My collection has gotten fairly extensive. So I really just want to enjoy what I have for now, and I will continue collecting if something jumps out at me. But I don't think I'm gonna actively seek out any albums right now. I do have one more album that I've bought recently that I haven't shown on this channel that I will probably do in its own video. But yeah, that is everything that I got for Christmas, or all the records at least. And yeah, I'm really excited to listen to all of them because I think I need to listen to all of them in order, because that's the problem with like streaming, is we've gotten away to listening to projects in their intended order. And I think, at least if you're a good artist, you put a lot of effort into ordering your album and making it like an interesting order, not just slapping songs on there. So it's, to me, it's a very the order that an album is in is very sacred to me. And whenever I listen to a new album for the first time, I always listen to it in order, never on shuffle, because that's not what the artist intended. So yeah, I actually listened to Art Angels in order for the first time the other day in a long time, and the song Scream on here is definitely my least favorite song on it, because the style and the particular like effects used on the rapping part, I can't even remember the name of the Aristophanes. Her vocals on that creeps me out. And I can listen to it, but it's my least favorite part of the album. So but I listened to it in order the other day without skipping it, and I was like, yeah, it's not as bad as I thought. Like, it's not as creepy as I originally thought it to be. But yeah, so anyways, that is everything. I will see you in whatever next video I post. Yeah, and Happy New Year. Let me know if you got any cool records for Christmas, or if there are some that you were hoping to get that you're still seeking out. So yeah, I will see you later. Bye.